Yo, what's up guys? I just got done cleaning Josie and I's garage because we get a bunch of leaves that go into the garage. So I had to move all the bikes out of the garage, do some sweeping, blow all the leaves off of the driveway. But I figured as I was bringing the bikes back in and the garage floor is clean, I might as well just do a little bike check and give you guys a little bike tour of Josie and I's motorcycles. Starting here, 2017 Yamaha R6. Haven't really done much to it. It's sitting really low right now. I lowered it in the front and we have some lowering links in the back, but I am waiting for a day, hopefully with my buddy Freddie, or if I just decide to tackle it myself, just raising the bike back up to stock height. The dark tinted windshield. I got these levers off of Amazon. Kaufman slip-on exhaust. Did the fender eliminator. Have a quad lock right here. And that's pretty much it. Not much has been done to the R6, but you don't even really need to do much. The bike looks so sick. All right, moving on to the next bike, we have Josie's Yamaha R7. She's done the dark tinted windshield. I actually did an episode, if you guys haven't seen it, swapping her out with these R7 levers that we got off Amazon. She also has a quad lock. She has a full SC Project exhaust. She also did the fender eliminator and has these turn signals. She added like the tech spec tank grips on her bike, which I need to do that on my bike because having these on your bike really helps lock you into the motorcycle a lot more comfortable. She also added these frame sliders on her bike. She also has these turn signals on the front. And I think that's about it. Again, just like the R6, the Yamaha R7 looks super sharp. Not much you really need to do to these bikes, even though there is a ton you can do. Moving on, I have my 2019 Harley-Davidson Street Bob, which has been quite done to the nines. There's a lot to go over on my Harley, so let's just kind of do like a quick and dirty, like just jump into it so you guys can check it out. At the front, we have an Arlen-S 15-inch oversized rotor. Got the chrome fork brace, relocated the turn signals that are usually up here on the bars, down here on the forks, and then swapped out with LEDs, as you can see. Got the Baja Designs LP6 headlight in the front, which is an amazing headlight, and I know a lot of people are doing it. It's kind of like the cool thing to do, but for me, actually having it on my bike and riding at night, it lights up the front of the road for miles, but it is a little aggressive. So it is something that is on my list that I may swap it out for just a regular LED headlight. It's just too aggressive. Moving on, we got the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing and an 11-inch dark smoke windshield. Moving on to the handlebar setup, I have a 10.5-inch OG Moto pullback risers in chrome. They look so good. Thrash and Supply low bend bar, Heartluck ODI grips, Thrash and Supply perch clamps, got Arlen-S mirrors, cross thread levers. I am running a TC Bros handlebar bag on the, I believe you would say it's the outside, because most people put the bag on the bottom or like the inside. But I like it out here, so I keep this a lot more cleaner right here, even though it probably is more easy access to get stuff if I put the bag under here, but I just like having it up here. Making our way down, I got this fuel cap from Carbon Visionary. I don't know if this dude makes these. I get comments all the time on these emblems, but I got them from a guy named Rebus on Instagram. I believe he does a lot more carbon fiber, but hopefully he continues to do more emblems, or maybe he still does, because I get a lot of requests for like where I got my Harley emblems from. Here I got a Bung King crash bar, an Arlen-S Big Sucker air cleaner. I got the SNS Grand National 2-to-2 pipe. I like this exhaust because I know a lot of people go 2-into-1, but this system has front sweeping headers, which to me is very Sportster, Dyna, and they don't do this front sweeping header often on a soft tail. There's not many brands that are doing it. In order to get this front sweeping header, SNS gives you a proprietary brake pedal that you have to use. The right foot control mount has to come out a little bit with spacers. I did some custom work so I could make the cross thread brake lever work and connect it with a custom bracket that was made in order for that brake lever to reach the shift linkage and all that. So got it to work without having to use the SNS proprietary brake pedal, which is, in my opinion, kind of ugly. While we're here, I got the cross thread mini floorboards, got a little Thrash and Supply cam cover right there. And I also swapped out the cam cover itself with a chrome one. And inside of there, I do have an SNS 475 cam. And when we were there, we did swap out the push rod collars for these like red, like deep red powder coated push rod collars. I did want to start incorporating that red in places on the bike, but I really just haven't got there, so they live there for now. Also swapped out with a chrome transmission cover. Obviously I went with all the black and chrome. What got me into Harleys was my dad's like 96 Dyna Lowrider and the chrome wave back then when I was young. But I wanted to do that with my bike, and I remember a lot of people giving me shit about doing chrome and how whack it was. And then now, seems like chrome's the cool thing again. Moving along, I also have an oil pressure gauge here. I did swap out the spark plug wires from Magnum cables. I believe these are like this like chrome braided sterling something. I can't remember the name of them, but goes with the whole chrome theme. And they're braided, full cross thread controls with the clutch and the mini floorboards. Got a Thrash and Supply shifter linkage right there. Custom Saddleman step-up seat with the RSSV, that custom blockhead, ride safe, stay vigilant crest. And I did get Iron J Moto embroidered on the side. If any of you guys are OGs of my YouTube channel, I used to go by Iron J Moto. We do have a Speed Dealers swing arm. Big shout out to Speed Dealers. Awesome, awesome company. We do have the Brembo radial caliper back there. Arlen-S rear brake rotor. Right here, I did something a little bit unique. Buddy Reese from Harley had a newer Lowrider S takeoff shock from somebody. I asked him if I could have it because I think the new like 22 or 23 Lowrider S shocks are just like have been upgraded from, you know, my 2019 Softail Street Bob. I got my hands on that and all I did was mount the reservoir outside over on the side cover with like a little bracket that's held right there. So I just have it on the outside, put a little Speed Dealer sticker on it. But that is a stock 2023 Lowrider S shock, I believe. Went with these Codlin 3-in-1 Neowise LED rear signals. Really cleans up that back end because they fit perfectly right into like what the base of your stock taillights look like. Relocated the license plate up here. Here's one more look on the other side of that Speed Dealer swing arm. Looks so good. I believe that is it for the most part for my 2019 Harley-Davidson. Sorry that one took a little bit longer just because that one is obviously more built. One more look at the Harley-Davidson Softail Street Bob. And now moving to Jossie and I's Honda Grom, which in my opinion is the most fun bikes to ride. Last year I went to Small Bore Rally with a couple of friends. I had such a blast going to Small Bore Rally and riding the mountains with all the homies that I then was telling Jossie about it. We bought her a Grom off Facebook Marketplace. We built it out, and then we ended up taking our own little trip together to Townsend, Tennessee, and riding Tail of the Dragon on the Groms and all throughout the mountains. Definitely go check that video as well if you guys haven't seen that either. But let's start with Jossie's Grom. And we got her Grom off Facebook Marketplace. It was not in the greatest condition, but we did so much to kind of get it up to snuff, and the thing is running great and looks amazing now. We have the Pro Taper mini bars. She went with these grips, which were really cool. We got some purple anodized levers, I believe, off Amazon because she went with the whole purple theme to go with the 77 decal kit. She also has a fanny pack that's wrapped all around the handlebars. Big shout out to my boy Freddie. He's the one who put me on game with putting like a fanny pack on your Grom handlebars. Speaking of, my fanny pack on my Grom broke recently, so I swapped it out with a different bar bag, which we'll get to in a second. Got this little mirror, which actually is functional to see behind you. Obviously, it's not gonna check your blind spots, and we only have it on one side. Hopefully this comes out in the video. It's a very awesome deep purple powder coat that we did on the rear sets of the Grom. We also have some PSR foot pegs, keeping that theme with the powder coat on these stock rear foot pegs as well. She went with a Leo Vince full exhaust. The price for the Leo Vince exhausts are amazing, and it's a very great pipe. We got this little crash stunt bar off of Amazon. I wouldn't say that it's a, meant for stunting or anything, but we did the powder coat, and then for the foot peg part, we went with black and then went with a purple end cap. Swapped out these rear turn signals, and then she went with over here with the Perfect Stranger chain adjusters in purple anodized, and then she also got these off of Amazon as well in purple. She also swapped out the rear sprocket, and we went with a gold chain. There you guys go. There's Jossie's Grom. A lot more stuff we want to do to these bikes. It gets really fun customizing Honda Groms. The seat, I think, is being next, because we really want to get these flat seats. And last but not least, my Honda Grom. 2020, brand new from the dealership. I bought it with 0 miles, maybe 1. And I got it in orange. The cool thing, obviously you can see the graphic kit from 77 decals. The kit normally didn't come in orange. If you catch them during like a slow season, they will do what is called color swapping, and he'll take graphic kits that he has listed online and he can swap colors for you. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. Big shout out to 77 decals. I went with some orange grips, gold levers I got off Amazon, Pro Taper mini bars. And like I was saying, I used to have a fanny pack on mine, but I actually rigged a Thrashin Supply handlebar bag. I too also have the PSR foot pegs. If you guys have a Grom, highly recommend these. These are like seriously so sturdy and grippy. Custom powder coated the rear set bracket orange as well, and then I went black on the stock rear foot pegs. I have an M4 full exhaust. This is an actual stunt bar. I don't remember who I got it from, but it was a guy in Chicago who custom made them. They're awesome. It's got the titanium on the end, although I've never been able to hit that. It's got these sliders on the ends. Went with these in orange. Big shout out to my boy Freddie. He gave me the Perfect Stranger chain adjusters in black. Also did something a little custom by drilling a hole here, and we put the turn signals on this. Same thing with my sprocket. I changed it out and then also went with the gold chain. Added some LED underglow, and I custom rigged it to this switch. So if you flip this switch, there's lights that glow under here, as you can see a little bit there. I got some lights in there under the engine, so flip that off. The remote is in my bag, so I could flip it to all kinds of different settings. The same thing with Jossie. We rigged a button switch here, so if you click her button switch, same thing, you can see a little bit of the lights that are here. We also fitted the LED lights here and to glow by the motor. A lot more stuff Jossie and I would love to do to our Groms as far as performance, few creature comforts, and aesthetics. So these will definitely come along, as we continue to grow. There you go, guys. That is a tour of our garage and our current motorcycle collection. It gets asked a lot. Trust me, Jossie and I are always talking about getting her a Harley as well and adding a Harley into our little fleet of motorcycles. But obviously there's a lot more other stuff that goes on in our lives where we just can't just go buy motorcycles all the time. We would love to, and we're gonna work hard until we can. Cars, dirt bikes, motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, there's jet skis. There's so many toys we want to buy. That's our motorcycle collection for us. Let us know what motorcycle you're rocking or your motorcycle collection as well. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I was just cleaning the garage. I wasn't planning on doing this video. But here we are, did the video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed kind of seeing a little more in depth of Jossie and I's motorcycle collection. Make sure you guys hit subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.